Hello everyone, hi, welcome to the channel of Wall Street Mojo. Watch the video till the end, and also if you are new to this channel, then you can subscribe us by clicking the bell icon. Friends, today we're going to learn an important a component of the accounting, which is called as ledger, because ledger is like something based on which your trial balance is prepared, and from trial balance your financial statements, your profit and loss accounts, that I mean to say your CFS, your cash flow statement, that means the balance sheet, and so on and so forth. So ledger is like is a very important component, but more than important then is the journal entries, because based on the journals the ledgers are prepared. So let's see the importance over here of ledger. Ledger, the purpose of the ledger is to summarize all the journal entries so that they can be used for future references and for creating the financial statement. It is used for the future references and for creating the financial statement. Let's understand this. See, ledger is in an accounting book is called the second book of entry. It's called the second book of entry because after recording the entry into the journal, it is recorded in the ledger. So like the journal is the first and the foremost thing, and then comes the ledger, because all the entries which have been recorded over here have been recorded in the T format of the ledger account. So in ledger account, the accountant does not need to write any narration, but in journal entry, you need to write. The accountant basically needs to, create a T format. So what is this T format? The T format is something like this, which I'll show you in the coming forth. It's okay. I'll show you right now only. The date is over here. Then there is particulars. Then we have the data of amount. Then again, these three things will remain the same, because this is for the debit side and this is for the credit side. And there's a line over here and there's one line in between over here. So that's why it's called the T format, right? This is a bigger column because you need to write the particulars. Let's say this is an account for an asset account. Let's say plant and machinery accounts ledger. So this is how the ledger is prepared. See, the purpose of the ledger is to basically summarize all the journal entries, right? So that they can be used for the future references for creating the financial statement. Now, let's look at some of the examples. Like for ease of understanding the meaning of the ledger in accounting, we'll take some examples. Same example we took in the case of the different journal entry types. So we'll put them in a right format. Let's understand the ledger's accounting examples in some format. Let's say there's a guy called M who buys goods in cash. So what would the ledger entry in the accounting? So there'll be something like that, like this, that because the goods are purchased in cash, so the goods comes in terms of, I'm doing a rough journal entry, goods comes in and the cash is going out. So this will be a credit entry, this will be a debit entry. Let's say a 10,000 was the amount and 10,000 amount was here. So this is, let's say, the goods account. And let's prepare another account, that's your cash account. So this is your journal entry that you prepared for the goods. Now you will record the data over here. So in the goods account, the cash is debited, right? So the cash account over here, which will be debited at 10,000, and in the cash account, the goods account will be credited. So 10,000 will come over here. So in this manner, the whole journal entry has been recorded. Now, let's take another example. Let's say there's a company called G company which sells goods in cash. Sells goods in cash. So what is coming in? The cash is coming in debit, and goods are going out, that is credit. Let's say they sold the cash for 12,000, and this is the debit amount, this is the credit amount. So we'll record this entry over here, something like this. Now the cash is coming in 10,000, and the goods will be debited over here because they are going out. And let's say this all are of the same date. Let's take it as 8 10 2018. So let's keep the date for all the same. not this one. Let's keep this as 9 because you won't be selling on the same day. Over here, it will be 9, and this will be 8. 8, 0, 9, 20, sorry, 8, 10, 2018. So you'll get to know that, on 8 which all transaction that happened, and on ninth which transactions have occurred in the due course. So this is how the entry are been recorded. Now let's say there is a guy called Mr. U who pays off his long-term debt in cash. He pays off what? His debt. So what would be the ledger? The ledger will be something like this. The long-term debt account debit to the cash account, that will be credit, right? So the long-term debt over here will come as let's say over here $1,50,000, and there'll be another account that will be prepared. That's the long-term debt account. Let's prepare the long-term debt account over here. This will be long-term debt account. Okay, so over here the long-term debt account will be recorded over here as cash, and that will be $1,50,000. This is happening on 10/10/2018. So these are the three examples that I took so as to make you understand how the ledger account exactly works. Now let's balance all these accounts and understand how the balancing happens. So they both are in the same state. So the total over here is going to be 10,000. It's going to be the same, right? But over here the total is going to change. The total over here, this, the higher has to be taken. So 1,50,000 plus 10,000, that is 1,60,000. So this is the amount of the cash that is going out, and this is the amount of the cash that is coming in. So 1,60,000 minus 10,000 cash, that is the incoming cash. So over here again, sorry, this has to be 1,60,000, and there will be a balancing figure here. So balance cash. This is impossible because the case over here is differentiated because the cash cannot be negative. So you can say this is your bank OD. You can say that, and let's consider as 1,60,000 minus 10,000. You have taken some bank OD. So based on that, you have worked out. But had it been this or vice versa the case, you have taken 1,50,000 over here and nothing in here, and the cash, Control X, Control V, then your total will change. Absolutely, things are going to change now. So you will have a balance in your cash account that will be standing at, this will be your total, and your balance carried forward will be 1,60,000 minus 10,000. So this is your cash accounts balance. Okay, and same with the case over here, the balance that is going to be carried forward is going to be 1,50,000. So the total has to be the same. The total has to go to the same way, 1,50,000. This has to match. So this is how the accounting entries have been recorded in the ledger account. Now, I would like to state something that, ledger in accounting books is basically a source for, the trial balance, the balance sheet, the income statement. So it's really important. See, ledger in its trust sense is a source of all the financial statement. By looking at the ledger, one can understand what transactions are basically recorded and what happened during a particular period and how one looks at a company should. So for example, the balancing the ledger will either have the debit balance, like, or the credit balance over here, and you take this amount to the trial balance and record the data. Based on the trial balance, you will pick up those numbers. Let's say, all right, see, this is your TB, this is your debit, this is your credit. So you will get the data over here, and based on this data you will record your things in the income statement, because this will be the final balances in the trial balance, and then based on that you'll prepare, on the basis of trial balance, you'll prepare your balance sheet and including your cash flow statement. because no doubt the trial balance will help you to prepare the cash flow statement. So I hope you have got a great idea regarding the ledger. So that's it for this particular topic. If you have learned and enjoyed watching this video, please like and comment on this video and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. Thank you, everyone. Cheers.